How's it going, guys? It's K Classer here, and we're going to be doing the Hunger Games simulator. Now, I hit random, and I have no idea who any of these people are, so we'll see. This will tell me their character. Seriously, who are these people? Let's proceed. Proceed. Okay. As the tribute sound upon you, the horn sounds. Tallulah takes a sickle from the inside of the cornucopia. Ebony runs away from the cornucopia. Sita runs away from the cornucopia. John runs away from the cornucopia. Chantel runs away from the cornucopia. Kimberly retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Alec runs away from the cornucopia. Scott grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Rhonda throws a knife into Donnie's head. Come on, Rhonda. Really? You're mean. Alaska takes a handful of throwing knives. Mike runs away from the cornucopia. Corin, Connor, and Whitney work together to get as many supplies as possible. Already teaming. Julia finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Hope, Dave, Steve, and Mark share everything they gathered before running. Another team already. AJ takes a handful of throwing knives. Brady gathers as much food as he can. Steve-O runs away from the cornucopia. And Shauna runs away from the cornucopia. Proceed. So, day one. Tala kills Corinne as she tries to run. Come on, Tallulah. AJ travels to higher ground. Kimberly collects fruit from a tree. Okay. Sharna diverts Whitney's attention and runs away. So Whitney was trying to kill Sharna. Dave defeats Chantal in a fight, but spares her life. Oh, so she doesn't die. Alaska discovers a river. Mike constructs a shack. Steve-O begs for Brady to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Steve-O alive. Come on, Steve-O. You can stay alive. John poisons Alex's drinks, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Wow. Sita, Scott, Rhonda, and Mark raid Connor's camp while he is hunting. Wow. Ebony, Julia, Steve, and Hope hunt for other tributes. They're so bloodthirsty. Proceed. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Donnie, District 7, Corinne, District 2, and John, District 9. Proceed. Ebony, AJ, and Kimberly cheerfully sing a song together. How are you cheerfully singing a song? You're in the Hunger Games. You've killed people. Hey, let's just cheerfully sing a song with each other. Julia, Alaska, and Hope sleep in shifts. Smart. Sida attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Poor Sida. Mike receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Mark loses sight of where he is. Steve and Rhonda sleep in shifts. Okay, again, smart. Alex sets up camp for the night. Chantel falls into a pit and dies. Scott and Brady run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Dave defeats Tallulah in a fight, but spares her life. Dave, it's the second time you've spared someone's life. Quit it. Steve-O receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Connor bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Sorry, Connor. Whitney defeats Sharna in a fight, but spares her life. Why does everybody spare each other's life as the Hunger Games? Come on. Rhonda tries to sleep through the entire day. Ebony, Tallulah, Brady, and Dave raid Steve-O's camp while he is hunting. Steve-O wanted to die anyway. Why is he hunting? Mike hunts for other tributes. Bloodthirsty Mike. Sida diverts Kimberly's attention and runs away. Another distraction. Julia stalks Alex. Ooh, we got a crush in the Hunger Games. Mark, Steve, Alaska, AJ, and Hope hunt for other tributes. Not bad. A lot of people. Whitney receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sharna questions her sanity. Somebody always questions their sanity in the Hunger Games. Scott makes a slingshot. Proceed. Two cannons can be heard in the distance. Chantel and Connor. Sorry, guys. It's gonna take a while for everyone to die. Hunger Games Night 2. Mike fence AJ, Rhonda, and Alaska away from his fire. Alex and Tallulah tell stories about themselves to each other. Who's stopping them again? I don't remember. Steve-O and Mark talk about the tributes still alive. Hope receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Kimberly, Brady, Julia was the girl who stopped them. Ebony and Dave sleep in ships. Dave, you're working with too many people. You're sparing too many lives. Why? Be individual and just kill everyone. Scott screams for help. About what? Saida and Steve talk about the tribute still alive. Sharna cries herself to sleep. Well, when you question your sanity, it makes sense to cry yourself to sleep. Whitney thinks about home. Poor Whitney. Dave receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. AJ fishes. Sharna makes a wooden spear. Kimberly fishes. Alaska sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Tallulah collects fruit from a tree. Scott thinks about home. Brady, Ebony, Julia, Mark, and Saida hunt for other tributes. Alex collects fruit from a tree. Steve and Hope threaten double suicide. It fails and they die. Oh, nice job, Steve and Hope. Rhonda and Mike hunt for other tributes. Steve-O makes a slingshot. Whitney camouflages herself in the bushes. Nice. Proceed. Come on. Loud. Dave receives a hatchet. Oh, two cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Steve and Hope, yeah, because they try to commit double suicide. Steve attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Julie attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Ebony, killing them both. Poor Julie. Poor Ebony, really. It was pretty much mostly Julie as well. Tallulah screams for help. Dave and Rhonda sleep in shifts. Dave, quit working with people. Scott, Steve-O, AJ, Brady, and Kimberly sleep in shifts. Whitney receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Alaska and Mike hold hands. Another crush. Alex climbs a tree to rest. Sharna and Mark talk about the tribute still alive. Tallulah receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Alaska discovers a river. It's the second time, I think. Saida severely injures Kimberly, but puts her out of her misery. So, Saida pretty much just killed Kimberly. Nice job, old lady. Scott receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Alex sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Whitney kills Rhonda with a hatchet. Nice job, Whitney. You're a murderer. Steve-O dies of dysentery. Mike dies from an infection. Sharna, AJ, and Mark get into a fight, but Sharna, you killed them both? Nice. Dave receives a clean water from an unknown sponsor. Brady thinks about home. Proceed. Hello. Well, proceed. Proceed. Okay. Hunger Games. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Julia, Ebony, Kimberly, Rhonda, Steve-O, Mike, AJ, and Mark. Proceed. Scott and Alaska run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Sharna and Dave huddle for warmth. Dave, stop it! Just kill her. Come on. God. Saida sets up a camp for the night. Alex and Whitney huddle for warmth. Brady and Tallulah huddle for warmth. So nobody died. The feast. The Carnivores replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Tallulah and Whitney and Alex confront each other but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Alaska decides not to go to the feast. Come on, Alaska. Saida and Brady get into a fight over raw meat, but but Brady gives up and runs away. Dave decides not to go to the feast. Dave is way too conservative. Scott takes his staff, leaning against the cornucopia. Cornucopia. It's cornucopia. Shauna falls into a pit and dies. What did you get for murdering 2 people? Alex questions his sanity. Brady explores the arena. Dave chases Scott. Finally, Dave might actually kill someone. Slider defeats Tallulah in a fight but spares her life. Quit sparing people's lives. I want this video to be short. Alaska practices her archery. Why? I thought you didn't even have a bow. Whatever. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Tallulah survives. Nice. Scott eats a scorpion, thinking it's a delicious dessert. Too bad, Scott. Alaska survives. Brady hugs a tracker nest, believing it to be a pillow. Alex survives. He survives. Whitney eats scorpion. He thinks it's a delicious dessert. Wow. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Shauna, Scott, Brady, and Whitney. Too bad. Proceed. Alaska, Dave, Tallulah, and Slider sleep in shifts. Alex climbs a tree to rest. Alaska makes a wooden spear. Tallulah, Alex, and Dave hunt for other tributes. Slider receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Proceed. Alaska begs for Dave to kill her. He refuses. Come on, Dave. Keeping Alaska alive. Tallulah is awoken by nightmares. Slider is getting a lot of stuff from unknown sponsors. Alex receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Proceed. Dave collects fruit from a tree. Alex is tracked down and kills Slider. Sorry, Slider. Dave, a cloud of poisonous smoke starts to fill the... Oh yeah, I remember that. Tallulah is engulfied in a cloud of poisonous smoke. So, bye-bye, Tallulah and Alex. Okay, decided... Okay, come on, Dave. I'm rooting for you. Yes! Dave won! Because Alaska dies from hunger. Yeah! Nice job, Dave. Nice job indeed. Dave didn't kill anyone, but he still won. See, who killed the most people? It looks like it's a tie between Tallulah and Shauna with 2 kills. Well, guys, that's the end of this video. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.